When Diddy went live on Instagram in 2020 holding a young white girl and calling her his adopted daughter, people were confused, but curious. It seemed like a touching moment, maybe even inspiring. But now, that moment hits completely different. Because what happened after that live stream has sparked one of the darkest and most disturbing investigations in modern celebrity history. And it all begins with one name, Ava Baron-Combs. In 2020, Diddy went live on Instagram with a surprise guest, a young white girl he introduced as his adopted daughter. Her name was Ava, and she looked no older than 12. The moment seemed random, but heartwarming at first. A powerful music mogul stepping up during a global crisis? People were intrigued. Ava smiled nervously as Diddy urged her to repeat her name, and for a brief moment, the internet buzzed with praise. But something didn't sit right. Her expression didn't match the tone. And then, without warning, she disappeared. No birthday posts. No TikToks. No behind-the-scenes clips from Diddy's famously public lifestyle. Just silence. Fans expected her to become part of his online world, like his other children, but she was never seen again. That awkward live stream quickly became the only proof she ever existed in Diddy's orbit. And years later, people started asking the one question no one could answer. Where is Ava?
That he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
As time passed, fans started noticing things that didn't add up. In the rare moments Ava did appear, she was never with Diddy's daughters, only his sons. And her body language told its own story. Stiff posture, nervous glances, like she wasn't sure where she fit in. It didn't feel like a family bond. It felt managed, staged. And just as quickly as she was introduced, Ava completely vanished. No mentions, no casual footage, not even a vague birthday shout-out. For someone like Diddy, who broadcasts everything from yacht parties to his kids' milestones, that kind of silence was deafening. The public started digging, wondering if this wasn't just a forgotten PR moment, but something darker. And then, out of nowhere, a cryptic statement from Terrence Howard dropped in a courtroom and blew the lid off everything. Terrence Howard wasn't even supposed to mention Ava. He was in court testifying about Diddy's alleged behavior in Hollywood, but mid-sentence he paused. Then he dropped a cryptic line about a situation involving someone you wouldn't expect. That's all it took. The internet lit up, and all eyes turned back to that forgotten live stream. The girl. The silence. The tension. Suddenly, Ava wasn't just a footnote, she was a potential victim. What made it worse? Just days after Terrence's comments, Diddy's indictment expanded. New names were added. New stories surfaced. And whispers began spreading fast. Ava might be at the center of it all. A young girl who seemed like a feel-good moment during lockdown now looked like a clue, possibly even a witness, to one of the most disturbing patterns in celebrity culture. And what Terrence said next only made the situation more chilling. Terrence Howard later shared what really happened during his visits to Diddy's home, and it wasn't about acting. He said Diddy invited him over, claiming he wanted acting lessons. But when Terrence showed up, there were no scripts, no plans. Just Diddy, watching him. Things felt off. Then came the strange invites, hangouts, music sessions, no clear reason. Eventually, Diddy's own assistant pulled Terrence aside with a warning. This isn't about acting. Terrence walked away and never came back. But before leaving, he made a haunting statement. Once you compromise your manhood, you never get it back. Fans connected the dots fast. What if Ava's so-called adoption wasn't about compassion, but control? What if she was brought in, not to be cared for, but to be used? The theory started forming, and it was terrifying. Ava wasn't saved. She might have been selected. Then came Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard. With years of secrets, he was finally ready to unload. According to him, Ava's Instagram debut wasn't some heartfelt act of generosity. It was calculated. a carefully timed PR move to soften Diddy's image while the world was locked indoors, scrolling for feel-good stories. Jean said Diddy picked Ava up, paraded her like a trophy on social media, then erased her from the picture once the buzz wore off. No school photos, no updates, just complete silence. And behind the scenes, Jean claimed the industry wasn't clueless. People had suspicions. Some believed there was actual footage, evidence of something far more sinister. That's why federal investigators are now combing through Diddy's seized devices. Because Ava's disappearance isn't just a mystery anymore, it's evidence. And the question isn't just where she went. It's why she was there in the first place. As the lawsuits piled up, things took an even darker turn not just for Diddy, but for his sons. Justin Combs was named in a case involving alleged trafficking. Christian Combs now faces a lawsuit tied. These aren't decades-old claims, they're fresh, and they mirror the allegations against their father in chilling ways. And through it all, one detail stood out. Ava was always seen around them, never the daughters. Always the ones now being linked to disturbing behavior. Fans couldn't ignore the pattern. If the lawsuits are true, and if Ava was consistently placed near the very people now under investigation, it raises a terrifying thought. Was she adopted to be protected or to be controlled? The pieces were starting to align, and the picture they painted was nothing short of horrifying. Gene Deal didn't stop with exposing Diddy's tactics. He revealed something even more unsettling. According to Gene, Diddy wasn't the mastermind behind these behaviors. He learned them from powerful people in the industry who used their fame to exploit, manipulate, and control. And once Diddy figured out how it worked, he started doing the same. Ava's sudden appearance, and just as sudden disappearance, fit that pattern too perfectly to ignore. And then there was Diddy's odd comparison during that live stream. He claimed he adopted Ava like Madonna did. But that comment has aged terribly. Madonna's adoptions have long been surrounded by trafficking accusations and shady court dealings. So when Diddy tried to normalize Ava's introduction with that reference, it didn't sound like a celebrity flex anymore. It felt like a confession. And the deeper people dug, the more disturbing it all seemed. For years, the internet asked the same haunting question: where did Ava go? But now, insiders claim the truth is far more explosive. Ava isn't missing. She's reportedly cooperating with federal investigators. She's not a runaway, not hiding in silence. She's ready to talk. And that changes everything. Because Ava isn't just a name in rumors anymore. She could be the key witness prosecutors never had. Someone who saw what happened when the cameras stopped rolling. What she reveals could finally connect all the dots: the cryptic warnings from Terrence Howard, the lawsuits, the quiet settlements. If Ava describes what she witnessed, who she was around, and what she was asked to do, this won't be whispers or speculation anymore. It will be confirmation from the one person who lived it. And that's exactly what Diddy and the industry fear most. For years, people thought 50 Cent's jabs at Diddy were just rivalry, two giants clashing for attention. But now his words carry a chilling new weight. 50 isn't joking anymore. He's producing a documentary titled, "Did He Do It?" And it's not just for views. It's a warning. In a clip that's already gone viral, 50 says, "They can't charge him for what we saw, but we can't unsee it." That hit the internet hard. Because when 50 implies there's footage, it suggests he's been sitting on truths darker than anyone imagined. And he's not alone. With federal agents digging deeper, with Ava reportedly cooperating, the walls are closing in fast. The empire Diddy built on fame, power, and influence is starting to crack. And what's coming next could destroy it completely. Diddy's empire, once untouchable, is crumbling. For years, he controlled the narrative with parties, PR moves, and silence. But now, that silence is louder than ever, and it's working against him. The internet is watching everything. Every deleted post, every legal update, every awkward attempt at damage control. And at the center of it all is Ava, the girl who was once paraded on Instagram and then seemingly erased. Except now, she might be the one to expose it all. If Ava speaks, if she connects the final pieces of this dark puzzle, it won't just take down Diddy. It'll shatter a system that's protected powerful men for decades. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. It's a reckoning. And with each passing day, it looks like the voices Diddy tried to silence are finally ready to be heard. What do you think is really going on behind the scenes? Is Ava the key to exposing the truth about Diddy and the industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments.